Hey y'all, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I have completed my first design team project using digital printable papers from Creating with Jovi. And I will link all of her information below in the description box if you are on my YouTube channel. This kit was called Coastal Cowgirl, and it is a really pretty kit. I have another video showcasing all the pages and the ephemera in the kit. And I did just make a simple little journal because the pages were so pretty. So this journal ended up measuring 5 1/8 inches across and 8 inches tall. There are a total of 20 pages front and back, and it is not embellished much. I did use fussy cuts to add some things to some of the pages, but I didn't add lace and fabric and fiber and things like that. So there's lots of room to do lots of things in here. There's also lots of writing space if you just wanted a journal that you could write in. So this is the back, really pretty horseshoe here with some shells and flowers as the cluster and the background image. And on the cover, I just put a piece of ephemera here. I liked this image of the horses. Here I made a top loading pocket and made a large card for that pocket using one of the background pages. Backed it with coffee dyed paper, and this is one of the fussy cuts that comes with the kit. And that just slides back in here. And then this is avocado dyed paper. Another fussy cut I used here of one of the cowboy hats. A piece of ephemera here that I cut and made a little top loading pocket here. Another piece of ephemera that I backed with coffee dyed paper. Really pretty page here. This was a piece of the ephemera that I cut out, backed with coffee dyed paper, and cut this little beach bag with the roses and greenery. This is a piece of ephemera from the kit, and I fussy cut it out and glued it to the back. And then I used some very pale pink paper clips to hold things into place in this journal. Really like this page. Another piece of ephemera here with a fussy cut that I added to the front of it, backed with coffee dyed paper. This also coffee dyed paper. And this is a piece of ephemera from the kit. This is the center of the signature. I did bind this journal with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch using white thread. And then I tied the strings in a knot and a bow so they could be untied if you want to add things to the strings. Now on this page, I did add this beach sign. It originally had a pink cowboy hat. I liked the brown one better from the ephemera kit, this one. So I did cut the pink hat off and put this piece on, and then included this rope on the bottom that was also another piece of ephemera in the kit. On this page, I used a piece of ephemera to make a little tuck spot and cut one of the pages down. Backed this with coffee dyed paper to make a little journaling card for here. Here, this is the other side of that avocado dyed page, and I used another piece of ephemera backed with coffee dyed paper here to make a card. And another one here to make a card. And these are, I used thin paper for these, so they're pretty flexible. They're not going to be stiff like cardstock. Another top loading pocket here. And I cut down another one of the pages with the lanterns and seashells to make a large journaling card. And on the back, I backed it with coffee dyed paper and glued another fussy cut piece of ephemera on the back of this card. And that slides back in here. And then on this page, I did add this piece of ephemera, this envelope grouping here with some florals. And then this is the back cover. This is a really pretty kit, pretty versatile. You can add lots of different colors and papers and embellishments and things to this kit. So thank you, Jovi, for letting me use this digital printable paper kit, and I'm excited to figure out what I get to work with next. Thanks for watching, y'all.